Now that we are done with introduction in the previous course, let us start off with fundamentals. Under fundamentals, we will be studying the starting and exiting pattern, pattern interface, and how to get things done. A first look at pattern. Starting and exiting pattern, pattern windows. Start a pattern by choosing the Start Program, MSC Software and Pattern 2000 version, or double-click on the Pattern 2000X icon on the desktop if installed using this option. Else, Pattern Linux. Type pattern and press return at the operating prompt from any Linux shell window. This assumes that the document pattern is in the user's path. If you do not see the pattern window or if pattern does not start correctly after entering the startup command, report the error to your system administrator or access your pattern installation and operation guide. The installation operation guide consists step-by-step directions for tracking down startup problems and providing a working solution. To quit from the pattern file menu, select Quit. Pattern automatically saves any changes that you made to the correct database when you exit. A tour of a pattern interface. At the center of the pattern window is a blank graphics viewport where you construct your finite element analysis model. The menu bar, toolbar, and application button shown below are the control panels. The history area keeps you informed on what pattern is doing and reports on what has occurred. The command line is used to enter customized commands, and the application forms are used to build each part of the model. The command window, application panel, model browsers, and classic menu bar are dockable entities. These can be opened or closed by right-clicking on the empty spaces of ribbon bar and then selecting the objects to open and close. How to get things done. This session contains basic information on using different components in the pattern to complete tasks, like working with viewports, menu bars, application buttons and forms, system and toolbars, commands and history, picking and selecting. This information is intended to get you started using pattern. First, working with viewports. A viewport is a graphic window in which the entire model appears. A blank viewport similar to the one shown here appears at the center of the pattern window when you create a new database. The top of your viewport lists the name of your database, in this case test.db. The name of your viewport, default underscore viewport, the name of the current group, and the mode of operation for displaying the model. The global axis shows the orientation of your model. A plus sign marker indicates the global origin. The menu bar. Menu bar is located directly under the pattern title bar. Each menu keyword has a drop-down menu with additional commands. The keywords are as shown below. File. When you invoke pattern, only the file menu is enabled. The other menus become enabled once you open the database. The file menu provides access to various files using pattern, including database file management, file importing and exporting, session file handling, hard copy, the status database, and session exiting. Group. The group menu contains various options for you to organize into groups the geometric entities and finite element entities of pattern model. You can then perform numerous modeling and post-processing tasks on these groups. Viewport. Viewport are mobile, sizable graphics windows used to display all or part of a model. Each viewport provides one independent view of a stationary model and maintains a set of parameters to determine how you want to view it. Viewing. The viewing menu contains various options to control the size and orientation of the model within a viewport. You can manipulate a model's rotational orientation, size, position, type of projection, scale factors, and clipping planes. Viewing, sizing, and position of the toolbar. For quick change in viewing orientation, select from the set of viewing icons on the toolbar. Display. Databases can get large and full of geometric and finite element entities. The display menu helps you organize and enhance the appearance of these entities. With the display menu, you can determine which entity you want to display and how you want them displayed. And you can control numerous visualization features such as render style, entity plotting, and erasing, highlighting, and label display. Preferences. With the Preferences menu, you can choose what parameters you want to govern the construction and appearance of your model. The Preferences menu defines global parameters that can override in specific applications. Tools. The Tools menu executes the optional applications licensed at your site without exiting Patran. It also provides a path to some of Patran's newer add-on features that you purchased at an additional cost. If an application module is not licensed, the option for it or the tool menu will be dimmed, indicating that it is unselected. Help. Use the Help menu to retrieve detailed online documents for all the Patran features and tools. Through the Help menu, you can also access tips on keyboard shortcuts, mouse functions, and screen picking. Filter. A filter is used in applications where a list of selectable components may be longer than the number of items that can be displayed in the list box. With the filter, you can isolate a single item or a group of several items that comprises a subset of the list. Filter on and off. A new filter on-off toggle button has been added above the existing list filter to some forms in the following sections: group, load cases, analysis, load, boundary conditions, material, and properties. It switches the filter on or off to change between filtered list and the complete list. Particularly in the large models where list box contains several items and you need to switch between the filtered list and complete list, the filter on-off toggle makes the task easier. By default, the filter is on. Application button. There are a number of application buttons in the Patran window that relate to specific tasks in Patran. For a standard FEA analysis, the radio buttons are arranged so that you can progress from left to right in the course of your NSC. Patran session, however, you can access most buttons at any time once you have created a database. Brief descriptions are mentioned here for all the Patran application buttons. Application form. Selecting an application button displays an application form. Application form are the primary method to define your model and control the analysis. Many application forms have subordinate forms such as the material form and its subordinate input form shown below. This is the material application form. The action, object, and the method are common to most application forms. You can choose only one application radio button at a time. Once you pick a second application from the window, the second application form appears and the first form closes. While you can only have one application form open at a time, you can have other forms open from the menu bar. The tabs located at the bottom of the forms allow you to toggle between the forms that you have opened. You can also close an application by clicking in its radio button. Toolbar. Toolbar is a set of often used functions displayed as a row of icons. These functions are grouped into several sets and used for model view control, render style, predefined view orientation, and other functions. It is customizable so you can add your own function and icons to remove them. You can rearrange the icons on the toolbar. Simply click and drag a set of icons to another area on the toolbar or to another location in the Patran window. System function. The 9 icons shown below are the system icons. At startup, only 2 icons are active, the file new and file open. Once a database is opened, the remaining icons become active. You can go through the icon name, look at the icon, and read its function in the slide here by pausing the video. Mouse function. Using the toolbar icons below, you can customize the middle mouse button to change to view your model. Viewing function. The viewing menu located on the top menu bar contains several options for controlling the view of your model in the viewport. A subset of these options are quickly accessible from 2 sets of view icons located on the toolbar. The next set of viewing icons define the orientation of the model in the viewport. By clicking one of the icons below, you can quickly view your model from different angles. The default orientation is a front view. You can read the icon name, look at the icon, and also the function by pausing the video. Display function. The 2 set of display icons located on the toolbar provide quick changes to the way in which you display your model in the viewport. These are some of the display icons and functions. These are few of the miscellaneous functions and their icons given below. You can pause the video and have a glance. Home. Click on the Home icon to bring up the MSC software web page using your default browser. Heartbeat. The heartbeat icon indicates whether a patron is busy or waiting for input from you. Gray icon means ready and waiting. Blue icon means busy but can be interpreted. The red icon means busy cannot be interpreted. Picking and selecting. Many times when you are working with application forms, a menu of icons appear to the left of the form. From this select menu, you can choose objects differently off the screen rather than typing in data on the application form. By selecting one of the picking filters from the select menu, you can control the type of objects you want to pick off the screen and how you select the objects. Picking and selecting off the screen can be a complex task. This section covers basic information about several aspects of select menu, types of select menu, different levels within select menu appearance, how to pick entities from the screen, and picking operations. The tabular column here shows select menus. Over 25 different select menus in Patran. A select menu that appears on the screen depends on the application in which you are working. Each select menu displays a series of graphic icons. As you move the cursor over each icon, the filter name appears next to the icon. The first 4 icons are common to all select menus and control overall picking and navigating functions. The remaining icons are specific to each select menu and act as picking filters. By this, we come to the end of fundamentals. Let us move on to database in the next session.